Hey, Steve, it's Todd with Learn to Grow Wealth Online and Wealthy Affiliate, and just wanted to touch base with you about your site. Thanks for sending me this article. So the first thing I notice about this is that your site is a siterubics.com domain name. And I'm going, why is he doing that? So the Site Rubics name, the free domain names are great for, a fun website. But for a professional site that you want to make money on, I would encourage you to get a professional domain name. It would be so frustrating after putting in 6 months to a year's worth of work and then realizing that you've got a free subdomain name that looks really unprofessional when you've got something built up. So I think you could definitely build a profitable website without buying a domain name, but in the long run, I think it would come back to haunt you, especially when domain names only cost you like $14, $15 per year. As a matter of fact, you can buy them at Wealthy Affiliate, and you can participate in their comments and feedback platform to gain credits to buy that. So there's no reason really not to have one, and it actually does affect your rankings as well. So it's just like you should be waypowder.com, not waypowder.siterubics.com. So a brandable domain name is something that's short and sweet. Although my site's not the best example, my second site or another site of mine that is based on therapy niche is called therapyboy.com. 2 words, very brandable, easy to remember. So you definitely want to make that your focus in this next week. And then I think you could transfer a lot of the content over. In general, even if you own the content and you transfer content to a second domain name, that's considered duplicate content if that first site's indexed. I don't think this site's indexed, because I checked your rankings. So let's go over to your site. It's a very clean looking site, and you've got these big, big landing pages, or we call this above the fold. So this is your above the fold content. So nutrition and supplements, I can hardly see that. White on a light background does not work very well. So either you change your letters to a dark letters, would look better, or you change your background picture. In general, I don't like these type of landing pages where the article is not, you can't even see any of the article. So above the fold is what people read right before scrolling down. Nutrition and supplements. Are your supplements needs in one place? Like that's it's okay. It has a nice clean look to it, but the person obviously has to scroll down. In general, you want to capture this person's attention above the fold to force them to scroll down. So does that do it? Something that I can hardly see, nutrition and supplements. All your supplements needs in one place. Maybe not. I would prefer maybe a little bit different theme personally, but you can decide on that. Now, your keyword research, I've looked at that. You definitely have that down. So, first thing would be to find a good domain name that represents your website. And, you could certainly go with this, man, but I don't think it's the right move in the long run. And then looking at the pictures and looking at your articles, they're all very good. Now, your About page, there's some mistakes on that. So, I don't know if this happened with your theme, but I don't know if you separate that to know the best supplements. You did it I thought you did it several places. Yeah, substances without having to go through the hassle. Like, I don't know why you put the break in there, but that's a sentence. That's grammatically incorrect. You're gonna get knocked down by search engines like Google for things like that. So, other than that, your structure's awesome. Your writing's awesome. You definitely are a good student. You've gotten the concept of keyword research down. Just looking at that, I pulled up the first one, benefits of plant protein versus animal protein. 80 average traffic, all good metrics. For some reason, Wealthy Affiliates keyword research tool's not pulling up the QSR and the SEO, but I'm sure it's great. And then you're going to rank for other related posts. So then when I pull that in, throw that into Jaxie to check the rank of it, it doesn't rank. So I don't think you're indexed. And if you haven't had Google Webmaster Tools set up, you probably aren't indexed. If we take the other post that you had, so let's just go back to your home page. In general, a home page needs to be really like a dedicated sales page. You're not probably there at that level yet where you need to worry about that. All in all, the website, it's a very clean looking website, so I just don't like how it fills up the whole page. I'll show you one of my sites, one of the posts. So I have a dedicated homepage on both of my sites. They're very similar, actually. I need to be a little bit more creative, but people land here. They can go to the blog, products, and then it's got, you know, this isn't a very well developed site where I would have a opt-in for people who don't come in here, but it's got my, you know, 3 posts, latest posts that they can read. And then it's if you look at a blog itself, our weighted blanket's worth it. I use Thrive themes. I love their themes. They're conversion based themes, so their focus on it is on converting sales. But here a person can come in, they can easily see the focus. Our weighted blanket's worth it, and then read a little bit and get right into the title and start to scroll down. Versus one big sentence where I can hardly read. So even if you want to keep this, you got to change the wording so that it pops a little bit to the user. So best exercise for flabby arms, keyword research on that, 114.20. Again, Wealthy Affiliates, not the keyword research tool's not working right, but I'm sure it's pretty good metrics just looking at the first 2 numbers. And I love the title. I mean, that's a great concept. That could rank, you know, once you get that to rank, if you write a really strong article about it, a lot of people search that topic. I mean, a lot of people have interest in that. So do you rank for that? No, I don't think you do, but we'll check it out. Yahoo. So I doubt you rank for anything right now just because your site's so new, and it takes some content for Google to be able to recognize, like, hey, this is the value of this site, and let's start ranking it. So for me, the pictures are very cool and so forth, but I can't read the letters super well, and I would want more above the content, more content a little bit above the fold. So that's a theme decision, and really, honestly, the theme just needs to be clean so people can read it. My first themes start out, and you know, they're very, very simplistic. It's not even the biggest aspect I think people need to worry about. But when you do start to get some traffic, then it's really important to have a really strong homepage and a strong about page. I'll go to Learn to Grow Wealth Online, and I think our website, our homepage is pretty solid. It's, you know, it's in a different niche of make money online, which is a tough niche, so you got to develop a lot of trust. So instantly, I want people to know they can read about me. There's a picture of me. Instantly, an opt-in to, you know, come in and check out our free training or our system, and then a little mission statement. These are all opt-ins, testimonials, you know, opt-in, other opt-in posts and pages that are landing pages, and then these are my latest posts. So, and then boom, jump on in and get our free training system, right? So that's a really dedicated, simplistic homepage that's also based on drawing in leads and sales. So just something to think about. But for right now, like, the keyword research is the key thing that you get down. You need to probably take this content before it gets indexed and transfer it to a domain name that you own and take your site. That would be the biggest thing. Other than that, I think you're getting it. Let's take best exercises for flabby arms, and let's take and see how many times you've got that. I'm just gonna I don't know why my search function is not search. So in general, what I wanted to see is how many times you had the keyword. So the keyword phrase, I also like to have it in one of the headers, usually within one of my first or second headers or somewhere. But the headers should all be about that. Your structure is really nice. Pictures, good pictures. I never put pictures on the left, but I put them in the center to the right because people read left to right, and so that kind of interrupts it. But that's this is a theory, you know. So it looks really clean. In general, I like my posts to be at least 1,000 to 2,000 words long. Most of them I strive for 1,500 to 1,800. So just, you know, I don't know how long this one is, but something to think about. Wealthy Affiliate has a content platform where you can get in there and look at some of the structure of where you can actually use their content. What is it? I'm not saying this right, but I'll just go over to it. Oops, it's site content. Okay, so you go into that, and if you actually use this, they force you to use like 5 or 6 headers, and that's how you should. So if you just look at one of our latest posts, how to sell CBD oil online, that's the keyword phrase. It's in the URL, and only that's in the URL. On yours, you had extra stuff. You had, I think this is what you're targeting, so tone up shouldn't be in there. Sorry, how to sell CBD oil online. It's in the title, very first header. And then, of course, it's about CBD oil and hemp and so forth. And then, you know, the rest of the headers are kind of based on similar topics and so forth. And then the keyword phrase is always, I try to fit it within the first 156 characters of the first sentence. So within the first paragraph or so, within the last as well, and then one of the headers is typically how I like to do it. But as long as you're not keyword stuffing and you're writing really good quality content, you're going to do great. So other than that, your site looks really nice. I think it's really clean. It will keep on improving as you keep taking classes, but you're obviously, Steve, you're doing a great job in taking the classes and getting a lot down. So I think you're doing awesome, man. Keep it up. But I would definitely get a domain name that's professional. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for your time. Have a good day. Take care.